Look at all of this stuff to build. Welcome back, my fellow duplicants, to Oxygen Not Included. So today we're going to be building this up top here. This is my space scanner station. I'm going to use just my super duplicants up here in order to go out into that world and do what they need to do. And I'll have you know that I've planned all of this out ahead of time, even though I don't have enough resources. I'm close, but I don't quite have enough resources to make all of this. So that'll have to happen here. The other thing that I want to start to get into here is producing liquid oxygen. And matter of fact, I did a whole 3-part series on liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen. And one of the ways that I guess I was using here to cool things down was actually using the output temperature of equipment to keep the temperatures down as a reasonable way. So I think for that situation, I'm just going to flip it to a steam turbine because that no longer works. I guess I got to remake some of my old videos. Anyhow, the efficient way to do this until we actually have a much better liquid is just going to be using hydrogen gas. So I'll just be able to shift that around using a temperature shift thingamabob. What's it called? There it is, thermal regulator. So I'll just use a thermal regulator for right now just to get a little bit of liquid oxygen. And even if we do step that up, as I've seen in the experiments throughout that series over here on the second one where I used liquid oxygen to make more liquid oxygen, that's not really all that effective. So my plan as far as rockets are concerned, I think the first thing I'll do here is just steam, just get myself up into the air just a little bit here. And then I'll step into petroleum, and then from petroleum and liquid oxygen, I will then try to step towards hydrogen. To control what duplicants are out there, all I've done is allow the super duplicants to go in and out. And down here, I'm actually not going to let anybody go through. But the idea is that I'm going to use these jet suits right here just to clear this space and build this equipment up here. So once I have my shield, which you can see the very first pieces of shield that I'm building up right here, just so that we don't bury this tunnel, that'll be in place. And then we'll use the Atmos suits, or then I'll use the Atmos suits in order to dig a lot of this regolith, mafic rock and stuff up to kind of create a much more flat surface to work with up here. So for now, we're just going to dig like crazy. So Stinky, wow, buddy, lag much? Oh, let's see, are you smart enough to not get yourself stuck? Apparently I can't click on my duplicants without them causing massive lag. Ooh, Stinky is really into digging here. Now, there he goes. You know what? If I just build a flat tile right here out of mafic, that should make it a little bit more efficient. Because if they can run on a flat surface, you'll see that they just kind of step onto it and jump over. So that makes it a little bit more efficient rather than trying to fly over here all the time. I'll use the jetpack to get up here though. Dude, stop getting sunburnt, man. Do we got some like SPF 50 down here you can throw on? Or if you're reflective as me, maybe like some FPF 100? Come on now. Nope, nobody there. All right, so these duplicants down here, look at the cooking. Look at how well this is working now. We got Leon, Viscrims, and Merc. Everybody's doing their job. They're cooking it up. Has anything been disabled? No. Okay, so it's really good to see that that thing's up and running and working well. But the thing that we need to be most concerned about with now is actually digging up enough iron ore to fuel the beast up there. All right, so let's hit up the metal overlay and go to metal. There we go. If it's metal, then I'm digging it up. The amount of metal we have in just doors for that scanner system up here, like this, as far as ore is concerned, the amount of metal I have consumed in just these doors right here, I think is 16 tons, something like that. It's a lot. And then if you added these Mondo doors up top, plus all of this bunker tile, it adds up to be quite a bit, actually. Oh, and the automation? It's thick. But all of that's made of iron, and we could just pick that up right off the surface. So it's not even a big... There you go. Hey, that's working out pretty good. Oh, don't click on the dupe. No! I guess the overlay lag has gotten worse. They did recently update this with another update here, another patch. So apparently they've worked on the pipes here to make them flow a little bit better. So let's see what's happening. Oh, look at that. They're not flowing at all. I think I have an unreachable spot here. So let me go ahead and try to take care of that. Okay, let's see. We're about to finish this pipe. Flow! Hey, look at that. It's flowing. Excellent. So that's actually going to go through my cooling loop over here. Maybe. So it's at 33 degrees. And if you're below 13. If you're below 15, you'll skip. Otherwise, don't. Aha! And now it's traveling out at, ooh, only 30 degrees. So I might want to connect that up a little bit more. All right, I'll use the second row here. All right, now let's see what the temperature's like when that liquid flows out of there. Ooh, hey, there we go. Now we're down to 25 degrees. So 33 to 25, much better. Ooh, look at this gem of a deposit. All that iron. Dupes. You're going to dig up here. I'm going to lag like crazy. But eventually, aha, there we go. We're free. I guess you can disable the autosave if you want to be that daring. I am not that daring. I will continue to deal with the autosave, but it is an option. They've actually mentioned that in their latest patch notes here. The other crazy thing that they mentioned in their patch notes, which has created a bit of controversy here, is that plants no longer auto-plant anymore. At least they're taking that out to see how it works. You know what it is, right? They made weed, and we were all like, beautiful! I'm gonna plant an entire base full of that. So we did. And then they tried to take it away by making it use bleach stone and salt water. So then we were all like, whatever, we'll just make it grow wild, just like this. But now they're regretting their life choices. And so they're making us work with the pips. All right, Clay, all right. So if we have to work with the pips, and pips are picky in where they're going to put their seed, here's what I'm going to do to counteract the pips. I'm just going to deconstruct every spot. If I cover every single tile with a storage container, and then put what I want inside of these storage bins, which is going to be the arbor seed if I ever get any, the pip will then knock it out of the storage bin and have no choice but to plant it where I want it to go. Ha! Take that, Clay. Try to patch me now, suckers. Oh yeah, and things like this down here, the little park sign in the nature reserve, you can now plant using planter boxes to make one, so you don't really have to preserve certain biomes. We could just dig that crap up. Unless they change it back. This is a developer build, so it's constantly changing. All right, we'll unleash the Dracos so that we can get to all the metal. I feel like that's a fair trade. What do you think about that, Glossy? It's like, yeah, I can't wait to get out. Smells like farts in here. Look at this Draco. Still just hanging out in that one spot. Look at these dupes. Look at how messy they are. Leaving your frost bun right there? Come on now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Sweep that up. Oh, there was also there's a good recommendation of can you store food in space? Is that a sterile environment? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. You can actually store it up here. So maybe a space kitchen at some point will happen here. All right, dupes. Keep making this thing happen. We were able to dig it up. We haven't built it though. Okay, so a good spot to start to kick off liquid oxygen would be right down here. Because it's right above a steam turbine, and that's what I'm going to use to cool it down now. So you can see that it's a good way to get rid of heat and actually recover the energy. So it makes a lot of sense. Looks like we have a lot of steel down there. Ooh, aluminum. So the main pieces of equipment here is the thermal regulator, the fact that I'm going to have a conductive trunk of pipe over there, and that's where I bring in the oxygen, and it just kind of falls right into a pump and then gets stored inside of this liquid down there. There's actually a 1.5 where I talk about storing the liquid, because it has to be stored at a temperature low enough in order to maintain its liquid state. Oh, and we got some new art here for the ethanol distiller. Check that out. So I think that machine might become 4 wide based on the art that I'm seeing there. Right now it's 3 wide. Okay, so let me plan out my first low production liquid oxygen system here. So I'm going to use the thermal regulator over there, and then I'm going to run the radiant pipe up top, and then actually what I do is I cycle it back over to run it across the bottom. The reason I do that is actually to keep that liquid just a little bit cooler, so I cool it down beyond just the point where it actually condenses into a liquid. So it stores at just a little bit lower temperature to do that right there. And then I regulate the rate that the oxygen flows into this whole thing. So that's storing liquid, experiment 1.5 if you actually wanted to check that out. The way I'm actually cooling this isn't going to be this anymore. I'm actually just going to use the steam turbine. All right, dupes, how are you doing? All right, we can see Otto is building up some of the shield here. Oh my gosh, don't click on the dupes. Whatever you do. There you go, good job. Bubbles? Bubbles, you're outside the map. What? I don't think that's good. Keep building. You'll be all right. My poor super dupes. They are so cooked. Oh, man. It's all right. Keep building, guys. You got it. Aha! Here we go. Got our arbor acorn. We'll now be able to test this theory down here. Where are you, my pips? Okay, so one thing that I don't need here anymore is this kitchen down there. We've actually have zero need for that because I've already moved all of that stuff. So we could just go down here and deconstruct it all. We can make it into something different. But what to make it into? Well, I could bring another dupe in, but I'm not sure I really even need another dupe at this point. I tell you what, since Stinky keeps getting fried, he's going to have barbecue. And he will be the only one that can have barbecue. Look at my dupes just making his steel as fast as we can. Making iron. All of that. And if I had steel, I'd make this thermoregulator out of steel, but currently that's all tied up. I can at least plan it. I can use some of this aluminum tile down there. Boom, just like that. Then I'll run liquid behind this, right down here to one of these units. And that'll take care of that. Again, if I had steel, I'd put steel there. And that would go right down there and right down there. So I'll have to replace that once I actually get there. Just need more steel. Come on, dupes, work faster. Somewhere down here should be a seed. Aha, there it is. Come on, pips. I know you want to pick that up. Okay, we'll make that sweep only. There we go, yes. So a pip will knock it out. One of these little guys is looking at it. Somebody? Anybody? You know you want to knock it out of there. Aha, there we go. Okay, it's been knocked out. Now, who's going to pick it up and plant it? There's only a few spots you can plant it. Come on. Oh, this is riveting. Wow. Come on. Somebody. One of you pips. Do it. Oh, no, you ran to it. Two of them are on it. Come on. You can plant it. You can plant it. I believe in you. If this doesn't work, I'll get rid of 2 storage bins and see if they can drop it right in the middle. The patch notes did talk about them being more picky about where they're going to plant the seeds. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to plant that in its current location. So let's try to get rid of 2 of these and see if they will drop it right here in the middle. You can see we're able to take care of the stress right there. That beautiful barbecue. Works so good. Pips, do what you were designed to do. Grown to do. Spawned to do. I don't know. Do it! Okay, here's a couple of good questions. One, how well have we dealt with all of the natural gas over here? Well, you can see that that's actually worked out pretty darn good. Matter of fact, I think I will disable that chunk of automation and throw an AND gate on it like that so that I can disable or enable the gas compressor as need be. Actually, it looks like I want to put it right there rather than up here. That way I can disable all 3 doors. Aha. Okay, meanwhile, I'm digging all the way down here to explore a little bit more of this biome and to gain access to all of its metal. So I want to dig up here. Oh yeah, claim all of that. Beautiful iron. Delicious. Now the real question is, since we are making steel, is it waiting for anything? No, it has lime and everything, so that's good. Let's see just how much wild waterweed I can get to grow over in this biome over here. So if I dig it up, you know, just 2 tiles tall, I should be able to self-plant into that area and then self-plant right there. Maybe if I plan it out just a little bit better. There we go. I can plant in all of that. All right, yeah, we'll try that. See what happens. These pips have still not buried this acorn. All right, so I'm seeing my first couple of disabled pieces of equipment here. So we've disabled frost buns, and I think we've also disabled barbecue as well. All right, so it's been a few cycles. Let's see how the progress is going up here. You can see that we've started to build some automation, which is nice. We've been able to build a lot of these bunker tiles, so that's good. Besides that, we have a long ways to go, actually. Hopefully they build the bunker doors soon, and then that just takes care of a lot of this. There we go. Haha! Now I'll want to build the telescope over here as well, so we'll just slap that down. Ooh, priority won't. I want to make that a little lower. I want to build all the shields first, and then build the rest of this, so I don't end up destroying a lot of it with a meteor shower. All right, who should we send to the neural vacillator? Viscrimson. How about you, buddy? Jump on over here and let's see what kind of abilities you end up with. There you are. Oh, you're starving. That's always good. Right before you jump on the neural vacillator. Thinking about food? So am I. Woo! Viscrimson's brain is still vibrating, but they've never felt better. Viscrimson acquired the beefsteak trait. Beefsteak. This duplicate's got muscles. So plus 10 to strength right there. Nice. That's actually really useful. I like that we can recharge these too. That'll be cool. All right. What else is nice and useful over here? I see neutronium up there. That means there's something up there. Come on over here and dig to this, dupes. It's been a while since we've tapped into a new geyser. I still have squeaky puffs that I should probably start to ranch. Oh well. I've got many things to do. Or shall I say, the dupes have many things to do. I just sit back and watch them. Alright, I want that wolframite too. Don't leave me hanging, dupes. Oh, and here's another thing that's kind of new, and I didn't mention it in my intro video. You can actually scale the user interface. I had scaled it up. I was actually playing this. I was streaming it to another room the other day. Oh my gosh! Whoa! I mean, it doesn't really work. This might actually allow me to play the game at a higher resolution, and then actually scale the user interface so that you guys can read it. Maybe. But then I'd have to change my whole format, possibly, but there we have it. Maybe this means I can click on a dupe and not lag out like crazy. Let's find out. No. Nope, still very laggy. All right, I reduced the amount of dupes that can come down here and attack things. Attack these poor critters, murderize them. Just Victor. Victor's the Undertaker. Bam! Man, that's a tough critter right there. That must be the Stonehatch. Makes me wonder how our fish are doing. How you doing, fish? We got one goldfishy down there. Temperatures are still good on all of those. Actually, we got like a variety. A tropical and a goldfish. Okay. And then in that spot right there, if I take a look at the decor, where's the decor? We have 39 Paku and 12 Paku fry. Looks like our volcano is still ripping along over here. We've got many tons of igneous rock in that room. Many tons. I'm digging everywhere I can dig to get to iron, so that's happening. I've deconstructed down into this area. Hey, we could even rummage through this vending machine while submerged in really hot crude oil. So they made these puzzle things, but then they allowed you to deconstruct the tiles, so you really don't need to figure out the automation puzzles anymore. It's an AND gate, that's an AND gate, and that's an AND gate. So what that means is you would flip that one on, you would flip that one on, and you would flip this one on. But you keep that one off. And that puzzle right there is still more complicated than most action games that I've played recently, where it's like, look at a tile, press X until it flips to the right thing. Oh, wait. Okay. No. Dupe. I didn't want you to dig that spot. Okay, fine. I guess you're going to dig it now. Dig that one out, that one out. Okay, so the pipes are working now, which means I could probably go ahead and just get rid of all of these crazy outhouses I have in my base. So I don't need that anymore. No, I didn't want to delete all that. All right, I guess I'm going to bring in another dupe. Oh, no. Look at all the Paku I could have. But no, today I'm going to go with Hans Peter here. Thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter, and welcome to the base. You'll be down here once we actually finish building. Who is stressed? Hans? You just got here. How are you the only duplicate that's stressed? Dude. Oh no, don't click on the dupes. Super lag. Oh. All right, pips. Apparently you don't want to plant anything. So useless. I might as well just turn you into meat. I guess that makes you useful. You're kind of like a chicken, aren't you? Pips are like chickens. Huh. I'm really thinking about food a lot. Like a crispy chicken sandwich. Oh my goodness. As if my dupes didn't have enough to do already. Let's go ahead and automate ceramic production down here. There's a couple situations where I've run into spots where I'd like to have ceramic, so might as well just have that thing set up and running. Victor's got it. Way to be a Way to be a real team player, Victor. I think I'll give you a hat. Victor, I haven't even given Victor any skills at all. Poor guy, this whole time. Just waiting for a promotion. There you go, you can cook. You like to cook, you like to carry. Yeah, of course you can carry. You can be an exosuit wearing duplicate, man. Way to be awesome. Everybody in my base has to dig, okay? So now if you follow Victor, he's going to go over to the printing pod now and be illuminated with his new skills. Ta-da! So the jobs board is actually not even used anymore. It actually doesn't even exist anymore, except in my base. It's now a relic. Boom, there you go. Bam! Fancy new hat for you, bud. Speaking of skills, Hans. You like to carry with your Hans. Who's making a mess? Hans, dude, what are you doing, man? I brought you into this base to help out, and the first thing you do is pee on the floor? I mean, look at this nice place I've given you to stay. I didn't finish the plumbing, but oh well. Technical details, buddy. All right, so since these pips actually don't want to bury seeds anymore, I'm actually going to just plant that over here, and then my duplicates, when they flush the toilet, the polluted water will actually feed this tree here. So we're going to pee on the tree, and then I'll make that a farming station again. There we go. Yeah, run that equipment. Boom. How are we doing up here? Bubbles. Oh, we're doing pretty good. We've built up a little bit more of the bunker door. That's good. I think we have to allow Super Meep through there as well. I didn't have him running. Dupes, there's all these tasks that aren't being done. Come on, dig and dig. More digging. More digging. You're not done with this yet? All right, I tell you what, this seems somewhat safe enough. Let's just allow any duplicant to come up here and do what they want to do. If they're inside of an atmosuit. So that means Super Meep, Stinky, Otto, and Bubbles, they cannot go through the bottom door, they can only go through the top door. So they are the ones running the jet suits. Let's see just how bad this goes. All right, so is any dupe going to take us up on this? Aha, we got our first taker, Mantis. Oh, I can't click on the dupes, stop clicking on the dupes. What are you gonna do, huh? Come up there and dig a little? Nope. One dupe. That's all I get. I'm surprised it's been a couple cycles and all of the suits are back in the docks. Nobody is stranded in space. What's going on? Alright, so despite me definitely not having the right power setup for this unit right now, I'm going to build the transit tube pipe right here. And that will aid my duplicates in going from the main base down here up to kind of the satellite port, which is to get into space. Now, my super duplicates travel so fast that they actually go faster than the transit tube, but for the dupes that are just kind of normal, well, they can use that guy to cruise around. Oh, who's scalding? Nope, nobody's. It's false alarm. Nobody's on fire. There you go, these dupes are excited about this. I'll actually build that. Really, I'm actually just waiting for steel to be built up. Okay, awesome. We've built up the entire shield now. So that's good. Now I can send up normal duplicates without much fear of them getting blasted by, you know, debris and whatnot. So let's go ahead and try to turn the priority up on a lot of this. See what all they can reach and build and all that good stuff. Alright, so there we go. I dug up that little bit of mafic rock there. And now look at all these dupes. Look at them. They're cruising in. Leon's getting in on the action. Everybody's getting in on it. This is what I wanted to see. Dupes working. I think bringing jetpacks in was just the right idea. These dupes are, they just run out there, they grab more iron, and then they just keep building and building and building. This is actually fairly quick. I mean, even though the game isn't running all that fast, I was able to build, I've been able to build a significant amount of steel up here and these doors, so it's actually going quite quickly. Not to mention, look at all the automation that's involved. So, I think it was a good choice. It's got still a lot to do, but not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so I went and had some lunch here, and now that I'm back, let's see what these dupes have finished up. Look, they're still building it. Oh my gosh. But they've decided to open the doors while I was gone and let in a bunch of meteors. Well, I tell you what, let's get this power cable up and running so that I can actually do what I need to do. All right, come on, dupes. Let's get this thing finished. You can see them using the little transit tube. That works out pretty good. And then they just run up top and head on over here to actually build the little power cable. So some people are using the little Atmos suits. Other people are flying around in the jet suits to pick up iron as it's been deposited from a previous storm, so that's pretty cool. And wow, believe it or not, I've actually maxed out the steel. Well, not maxed out, but I'm at 7,000 kilograms, so I'm a lot higher than I used to be. So that's cool to see. There's still a number of things left unfinished. Wow, look at this. We have a lot of digging, a lot of, well, sweeping now. Man. I guess I just have a lot of things to do, but not quite enough duplicates to do all of them. Maybe that's because they're busy dancing. Come on, Mark, get back to work. There we go. Now I'm getting just a little bit of power out of that. That's good. Dig this up, please. Thanks, dupes. Oh my gosh, everybody's digging the same 3 tiles. What's going on here? Huh. That looks kind of dangerous. I think I've found some sort of crazy problem here. Let's see what happens when I reload the game. Uh-oh, this is a really, really, really long load. All right, so we're back. There we go. Now it's working. Haha! So now, this space scanner should be up and running. Quality of 100%, scan quality 33, which gives us 67 seconds right there. And if we take a look at the illumination, beautiful, that looks good. So we're generating loads and loads of power out of this. We got a little bit of digging to do yet because of all this regolith that fell down. So we gotta dig that out. But I think we just detected our first meteor storm up there. And yes, we've closed off all the doors now. So I've set both of these to 60, and I'll set this one, if I can click on it. There we go. Set that to 1, and then we copy the settings here all across all of those. Boom. And that should do it. Yes, so here comes all of the meteors, and they're going to crash into all of this stuff up there. Just keep building up. Not a big deal. Although it seems like I didn't give myself enough battery backup in order to keep everything running. So I will need to make that adjustment. So there we go, now everything's opening back up, even though it isn't powered. So it's taking a really, really long time. I've repaired the broken solar panels down there, so that's okay. The doors are still opening. Come on, you can do it. Just a little bit more. And now the counter is going to start for the automation down there, and we should see that these doors will close and then reopen. And meanwhile, this amount of illumination should charge up some batteries so that we're safe again. I added some bigger batteries to this. Looks like Bubbles is running on the telescope, doing a little bit of research. That's cool. There we go. Let's go ahead and analyze that object. Bam! Okay, apparently that was fast. How about that one? Bam! Okay, fine. Just like I've already seen it. I don't have to look again. How about this one? Let's see what's on that one. Boom! Cool. Really cool. All right, so we have a couple of carbon asteroids right down here. Then we have a metallic one. That'll be kind of cool. So it has iron, copper, obsidian. Okay. Refined carbon, cold diamond. All right, so we have our second meteor shower that's about to happen here. All right, so here we go. We should see the automated signal kind of run now to close all of these doors. So if I take a look at the illumination, you'd see that a lot of things are kind of hidden underneath some regolith. But what we should see is these doors start to close now. Just like that, from right to left. And it clears a good amount of that regolith up there. There we go. And out the end, we have, in this case, 11 tons of regolith. I think some of the iron might have been picked up by one of the dupes while I was actually running. And then the doors open up again, and boom, clears some more stuff. So it looks like only 2 tiles are blocked up this time, but that's really not that bad. So scanners are up and running. And I have a clear view of the sky. And Bubbles just comes up there and like touches this scope and analyzes the object. There you go. Here. Look at another one. What was this one, by the way? Rocky asteroid. Iron, copper, sedimentary. Okay. But now we've detected the next meteor storm, so the doors have closed up and we're ready to run yet again. So there we have it. Yeah, the telescope system is up and running and it's working well. As far as the other things we're looking to accomplish, I was not able to get more water weeds planted, although I was looking to potentially try that. My dupes were mostly distracted with trying to build that giant amount of doors and everything up there this entire time. I was able to make a ton of steel, so I have lots of that on hand, which will be useful because my next step here is going to be building a rocket. The reason I need rocket is because when we go to look at the research here, well, I need to bring back the research goodies from space so that I can, rank up here, so I can get the solid fuel thruster and then eventually get the petroleum engine and hydrogen engine and all of that good stuff so that I can launch further and further into space and explore the galaxy. So, well, that's what we're building up towards. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. It took forever today. This is over 3 hours of just recording, trying to get that one thing built, but I think it's a big step forward as far as getting into space and then finally being able to build up all the different stuff we need to explore the stars. So at any rate, that's all I got planned for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. And as always, stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.